the Life Daytime Talk Show.
This is your life to live. Be happy, be proud.
Hello, and welcome back. We are back, ladies. Yes, this is the Life Daytime. I'm Tanesha Craig-Stewart.
I'm Lisa Cook.
And I'm EBR Grant.
And as you can see, we have a new set, new look. This is going to be such an amazing season. So with that, Mia, what's going on? You are giving us Fresh Goddess, Rock the Boat, Aaliyah meets Timberland. What's up?
I lost 25 pounds. I feel good, look good.
Yes.
So I'm excited about this new season.
Come on, new season.
Yes, I would show you a little bit, but y'all not ready.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
Stay behind the table. Stay behind the table.
Yeah, you spoke that because you were talking about your baby weight. You got it off.
You got it all. Come on. Miss Lisa, you've been traveling the seas.
Oh, have I? Oh, my goodness. Domestically and abroad. I've been here locally, going around to just different places. My niece got married, so I went home to California. And I actually got to see Alaska and Canada. And so, yeah, it was a neat experience. Alaska's majestically beautiful, y'all. You gotta go.
Come on.
Everybody, you gotta go.
Is it
Gotta
cold?
see Alaska. It is, but it's not as cold as you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's bearable.
Like my mama looked like she was about to go skiing.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
I know, I saw it too.
You need a sweater, but not.
Not, but she was just ready.
Yeah,
She was ready for it all.
she doing too much.
Don't do mama. Don't do mama. Mama's fun.
Well, how was your break, man?
Look, it was fun. I became a dog mom. Thank y'all. Y'all must have been praying. Y'all must have bought the water, the oil that we sold on the last season. Remember we sold that oil? Thank you so much. I love my dog. His name is Benjamin. He's a Frenchie, so I'm excited. Y'all gonna see him one day.
Okay.
Y'all might see him soon.
Okay.
And then I also released my third book in my bag, in my Bible too, this summer. So I'm just excited, ready to mentor people like you who need to finish their books. So I'm excited to be here. We have so much in store.
Yes.
So much has happened nationally and locally here in the city of Baton Rouge.
So locally, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
The EBR Bus Driver Strike.
My
Where you
goodness.
guys, I know Tanesha, you're in the
Yeah.
school system, and Lisa, I know you have a child that is in the EBR school system. So how did this strike affect you guys?
Well, I do have an 11th grader. He's, he wasn't that affected by it because he doesn't ride the bus. And that's, pretty much it in a nutshell. But because of some of the changes they made to the school schedule, there have been some changes we had to make. He missed an induction. I won't say he missed it, but they, put it off a little bit, so stretched it out. So that's about it.
It's affecting, I think, everybody. Whether indirectly, directly, traffic, business owners, people, parents, teachers, it really is affecting everyone because we don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Like, so this last school board meeting that they had, they extended, like she said, the time. So middle and high school, they end at 1:25, but all the proposals that Mr. Narcisse, the one that's been eating the grapes, we happy that you detoxing, but Get the business clear. And the reality is, Mr. Narcisse didn't think he was going to be here August the 25th, 6th, 7th, 8th. He thought he was going to be in good Florida with the people, but you didn't get the job. So that's the reality is that you didn't really plan for now. And so now he's sitting there eating them grapes, and these people are educated. These people are in love with their jobs and their kids, and they're saying we deserve better. And I believe it. I mean, we're talking $19,000, $20,000, $21,000. This is not just happening in EBR, but across the country.
Everywhere. And then
Across
let's
the
talk
country.
about those salaries. $19,000 or $20,000 a year. Like, how can you survive
Where?
off of that? Like, everything is increasing but my salary.
Right.
Yes.
Walmart grocery prices has increased.
Everything.
Your rent has increased.
Yeah.
Mortgage rates for a
Oh,
home is
girl.
like 7%. Everything is
Increasing, but my pay.
Right.
Pay. And let's talk about the temperature. These buses do not have AC.
And they had somebody, a school board official, got on the bus and said, I'm going to ride the bus for a day. Okay. And, and the bus driver was like, try a week. Try get on that bus at 2 p.m. Like, I look,
Be the bus aide, drive right.
Be the bus aide, and I have personal
Experience what they're
friends,
going through.
that are sit on the bus with the special needs students. There's a lot at risk, and it puts you accountable as a bus driver. I wouldn't feel comfortable in those conditions. So it's bigger than the pay. And then they were talking about, well, they work part time or. Yes, in our days, my bus driver was a hairstylist. She owned a salon. She worked at the snow cone. She had everything, right? But times are different. Times are different, and that might be their only job.
Exactly.
Yeah, because some folks have, I believe, multiple routes. And
They do. So I'm tired.
Yes, and then the idea about pushing the elementary to start at 9 and then off at 4. Okay, traffic is already crazy in
Can't work. Can't work.
So
And it's too late for babies to be out there trying to get drunk off from school.
Too late.
Yeah, it's
So there's really no solution right now.
Right.
So it's really affecting, I think, everybody.
yeah,
Definitely.
So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes open.
With that topic to this.
Ooh, yeah.
You a mom. That is what Keke Palmer's boyfriend came out on social media and said after she had on a certain outfit at an Usher concert. Oh my goodness, did social media go after him?
Yes.
If you're unwed and in a long-term relationship, is that still being single?
Yes.
I mean,
Do you claim them on the taxes? What you mean? Do y'all do joint taxes? No.
How do we feel like if it's your boyfriend talking to you opposed to your husband?
I mean, when your husband talks to you, that's someone who said, I'm going to provide, I'm going to protect. He took a vow, right?
Yeah.
Boyfriends, they don't take a vow.
Or baby daddies.
They don't take a vow in this thing. So husbands, they have weight in this thing. And so they vow to be a provider, a protector. And so we make vows to, one another. And so, when my husband tells me something, it's my place as a wife to listen, and if I don't like it, we communicate in our home.
Right.
That part.
Not on social media.
Right.
Like, social media does not need to know everything that's happening in your relationship,
That's what happened. You a mom made him get ran over by that EBR bus online because you couldn't keep your insecurity, and that was insecurity.
Right.
Keke just made 30. Happy birthday. So I don't know how old this gentleman is, but you were insecure. It's okay. You were in your feelings. You wrote a Drake album. That's basically he had another Drake album. He was in his feelings. He was hurt. But he could have kept it to himself. I still think he could have redeemed himself within 24 hours and publicly apologized, publicly said that he was in his feelings, but he chose not to.
I would go back to the Drake.
Go back to Drake. You know Drake in his feelings.
Yeah, Keke.
Do you love me? Are you riding? And speaking of Keke turned that thing around. You hear me? Merchandise,
Monetize.
podcast. Don't forget my single that came out 3 years ago. Then she's in Usher's new video called Boyfriend.
And I like it.
I know that man sitting in that couch, melting in that couch. You hear me?
Yes.
He tore up.
You are an inspiring husband. I'm gonna call him an inspiring husband.
That's cute. I ain't never heard that. No, he is a baby daddy. She gonna make it cute, y'all. Aspiring husband. Go ahead.
Inspired husband, your job is to, but again, if you're a father, your job is to protect.
Yeah, that's true.
Keke is always protecting him. You're not gonna talk to my baby daddy. You're not gonna tell him no any kind of way. So what? He don't make what I make. She always protected him in the limelight. She never, turn her nose up. I don't know what's going on home, but I know when she's out, she's protected and she riding for him. So
she did.
But I just think that the whole situation was he saw that chemistry that Usher and Keke had, and I think that's what pushed his Twitter finger, his finger to tweet something. Tweet,
and guess what? They drove him.
They got him.
And he got off that Instagram. He got off that social media quick to delete every post. He deleted everything.
Right?
We don't know.
No.
We don't know. And speaking of that, is too much, meaning social distancing.
Yes.
Social distancing. Do you think that social media ruined their relationship? Do you think they share too much? Is too much?
Or do you think that they're riding off this way? You think he gonna get a you think he gonna get a job now? Hopefully you can get a job now.
Or get a good interview.
Correct something, because I know he was an aspiring actor or something of that nature.
Yeah.
So you
I don't know what he
Because
doing.
I think that's sort of a new strategy now that people are using to, show the toxicity in their relationship, and if people get so ingrained into it,
and they
it's
come
like,
out with something.
and then
maybe you get a
And
reality
then People
TV
magazine,
show.
People magazine with the baby. You right about that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like on a real, you should just keep social media out
Out of your
of
relationship.
Agree with that.
And he
Those
had a
that
choice.
you see that are successful as celebrities.
They
They don't
keep it.
they don't put a
Mhm.
lot out. Yeah.
Yep. So he had a chance, like I said, to redeem himself. He did tell her happy birthday.
That
He
was
did
good.
put a post up, very generic, short. It wasn't really romantic, but he did put a post up acknowledging her birthday. But I think it was the chemistry. I agree.
Really?
She looked good. She's a mother. And there's nothing wrong with being a mother. We talked about this. You can be a mother. You can be successful. You can be sexy. You can have a business. And I think it got to him a little bit.
Yes.
And he had every right to feel that, but in his
Well,
home. In his home.
Yeah, no, and that's where insecurity hits.
Oh yeah, he was
You
hurting.
need to be a secure man to deal with,
With that type
somebody
of woman.
caliber.
Yeah.
So I
And
mean,
she has a big light. She has a big shining light.
and now she got a big, that baby.
That baby, she
gave
talked
her
about that.
something. So,
A little a little
she was
She is. Power to her. She's a
Yes,
mom.
yes.
You're a mom. So all the moms, hashtag I'm a mother.
I'm a mother.
Go ahead. I love it.
So let's go on. Since we're on this social media topic, and this issue I believe happened a while ago, but we just want to talk about it just a little bit. The T.S. Madison and the Jess Hilarious. And so, Jess Hilarious, she was commenting on the video, I guess with this other trans woman, just basically saying, the trans woman stated that, hey, look, women don't own the right to period. And so I think that may have struck her in a way to say, okay, who's standing up for me, for biological women? Like, who's standing up for us? Like, if we say the wrong thing, or somebody think we're saying the wrong thing, then we get bashed. How do you guys feel about women? Like, we've had these women rights, we've had women to vote, women to be in the workplace. So to have this come in, this is not good.
No.
Anybody have
I
any?
just feel like, and this is just my personal opinion, if you're, I feel like women, I'm not going to disrespect anybody. And if you feel like you are in this place and you feel like you are a woman, you should have been a woman or whatever it is, I'm going to respect that. But I want to be respected as well. And I feel like if we're talking about womanhood, then why are we arguing about periods?
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. It's to me, it's like women will find stuff, hair texture, or who's natural, who's relaxed. It's just anything to just divide us, and we just gotta see it for what it is and stop the infighting. If we're women, let's just be women and respect each other.
And I love how she said that, because that was really T.S. Madison's whole narrative. So if you're not really listening or that in tune into the story, that's really what T.S. Madison was saying. Like, we're all women, trans, cis. I mean, it's so much terminology, but we're all women. We all have equal rights. Whether you, support this or not, at the end of the day, we're women. A lot of us are minority women. So whether you want to support them or not, on the face value, we're minority women when we walk in and get harassed, or there's a lot of issues going on with that community when it comes to harassment, the murders that are going on, women that are being kidnapped, sex trafficking. So like Lisa is saying, it's a bigger issue than give me this period. Look, you can have mine. Look, shoot. But I'm serious. Like, it's bigger than a menstrual cycle. And let me get this. You don't own this. To me, that's tit for tat. And like Elisa said, that was kind of T.S. Madison's stand. Is we're all women. We all have to fight the same fight. And what I loved about T.S. Madison is that she was like, we come out and support y'all. We come out and support, real women when y'all have issues. So why not, when it's our turn, you support us. And that brings something up that was in the news, the young man that was voguing and he was killed. I can't think of his name, but he was voguing in the gas station and he was murdered. Of course, he was a young man of LG. Yeah. But the news really didn't grab that story. So it's bigger than, okay, he's gay, he's this, or she's a trans. These are real issues and people are really going through, and real people. So I think that's the face value.
I understand Jess' hilarious point because, you know, at the end of the day, I am a woman and it's more to me than just my hair, my lips,
Right.
my genitalia, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we as, you know, women, we have other things going on in the inside. Like our makeup is different.
Sure.
We're chemically different, emotionally different. Like our makeup is totally different. And I think that's what Jess Hilarious was basically saying, but probably didn't articulate it that way. It was just like, look, like you can't come and just say, look, like there can't be like a how can I say this? Like basically saying that, look, you know, we don't own the right to be women. I just like who I am. And so if I like who I am, or if I like the way that I was born, or if I like why does that have to be a problem? You know, who's gonna stand up for me in my rights? Who's gonna stand up for me? You know, and if I say that I don't want to be called a cis woman, and I don't want to be
so much very derogatory language.
So I think that to Jess' point, like, look, I don't have nothing. I don't care what y'all doing over there. But just don't call us out or call me a cis woman. I don't even know what that means. Like I don't want to be labeled that. I just want to be labeled as a female because that's who I am. That's who I identify as. And so I think that's what Jess Hilarious was basically trying to say is like, look, who's gonna stand up for me at the end of the day?
And I get her point as well. In fact, I get points on both sides, but my whole thing has always been the bickering. Why put that on social media and waste your time? It's just wasted energy. We could be doing something else.
Or sitting at a table and talking to one another. And I think TS did offer that to her. So she called her out and was like, yeah, let's have a talk, but that never happened to this day. So let's sit at the table and understand one another, just like any other community. Let's sit at the table and listen and see, like she said. So both points were valid.
I mean, like they had the woman. I don't know what her name was. Yeah. But it was a white woman, and she identified as black. Right.
Oh, girl.
And
I know exactly what you're talking about. She had a 27 piece on, and she was black for a while.
As black for a while. And the community tore this woman up. Like you don't understand what we went through slavery.
But she had a doctorate. She was educated. I remember she had a doctorate in African American.
Is that the one that was living?
Yeah, she had her kinky. She had that kinky curl in her hair.
But what's the difference though? What's the difference? What is the difference? She want to identify as black. You know, and the black folks, you know, the black American community came in, ate alive, and I think that's what Jess is saying. Like, look, like we women, we go through a lot. Like we have women that are dealing with like fibroid issues.
Oh yes,
they're getting whole. Like I hate it. But some women need second opinions, but they're getting hysterectomies. And prematurely going into menopause. Like, it's a lot to do with being a female. It's not just because we look pretty and some people think we have attitudes and I just, like, y'all got, like, it's more to us than what the outside is. Like, there is so much more in the inside of us. And then too, like in like being on the healthcare side of this, right? Like if you are a trans woman, are you going to the proper doctors? Are you going to get your prostate, checked? Because you may have cancer or prostate cancer running in your family. Like we cannot be oblivious to that. Other different health issues that's connected to this or whatever, but I know everybody.
It's a big issue. It's a big issue. But I think having healthy conversations helps. I have friends that are trans women, So I have a personal experience. I think not being afraid to interact with women and other communities where you can listen to their stories, listen to them. I think that's just what humanity needs to look like.
So what is the definition of trans? Is trans, is that definition that they're transitioning to a woman, meaning that they're going through, chemical makeup and the other, what is that definition, or what does that look like,
Well, some people think it's just the physical aspect. They dress up, they wear drag per se. But then the other side is, okay, does that mean they went through the surgical procedures? Are they on the medications that you probably know about? Are they making that transition biologically, physically? So, I mean, in my opinion, I think that it kind of starts with the physical aspect. They start dressing, they start identifying, I think name change too. I know surgery is some money, so I don't know. I don't know if everybody can afford.
Yeah, not all of them do the physiological.
No,
change.
they don't.
So they just live their life as, whatever gender
They identify.
that they identify with. Yes.
Because a big social media person that I follow, who I think is amazing, and I know Reese probably knows, our executive producer, is Alonzo. Baby dresses down. You hear me? I'll probably show you his profile, but he spoke on a platform and said he'll never get sweet. He'll never do the surgery. He'll never do it, but he looks head to toe a beautiful woman, and he identifies as trans. So I that's something I need more knowledge on and more education on. But that is an interesting subject. But I see the trend is if you're identifying as a woman, and then a lot of those women, those individuals take those hormones versus the full out Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, I know that in the workplace.
My bad. Y'all forgot about Caitlyn? So y'all just gonna forget about Caitlyn. But go ahead. We'll do part 2 on Caitlyn later. But
no, I know in the workplace when you deal with trans women in the workplace, in the workplace you have to, I guess you could say, respect everybody's pronouns, and then you even the bathrooms, I learned through HR, being in leadership and being in management, that look, bathrooms are not for female and male anymore. It's whatever you dress like. So,
I'm serious.
Yes, ma'am. The bathrooms are for whatever you identify. So if you look like a woman, you can go into the women's bathroom. If you look like a man, you can go into the men's restroom. And I think that that's
insane.
Well, that's a big controversy as well. I mean, I think that where I come from with this situation, because like you said, I work in a field where I deal with a lot of different types of people.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have people that are of the LGBT community that I know and love. And I just think that, and there may be things that, happen with them that, I may disagree with, to be honest. But the respect is always going to be there, because I don't feel like people should be hurt. I don't feel like people should be misused and killed. I just don't. Regardless of what you are, who you are, I just don't agree with it. And I think that there needs to be more conversation. Like you said, and I'm sorry.
No, that's your heart, because we all are people.
Absolutely.
Yes, and let me tell you something.
And this world is changing, y'all.
Oh yeah,
it's changing.
Oh yeah,
it definitely.
And whether we want it to change or not,
changing.
You got to change with it, or you're gonna be left behind. You got to, like I said, you don't have to indulge in everything.
No.
Don't get me wrong. You don't have to
or agree.
Exactly, agree with it.
Yes. But you have to love the person.
I don't feel like that people should be, because of who they are, hurt and harmed in any way. I just don't.
A lot of people, they know me as being minister Mia or in the kingdom, and so being who I am, people automatically look at me and they say, "Oh, you hate me." No, I love you, but there's certain truth or certain beliefs that I stand by too. But I'm gonna love you.
Oh yeah.
And in certain places in the the world, you can be killed for being a Christian.
Right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
we gotta get away from that.
Right.
Yes, and
You
so
know?
and so, you know, one of the trans women that I personally mentored came to my church because she was like, Mia, she was like, what drew me to you was the love that you have for people. She was just like, you know, you didn't tell me, you know, X, Y, Z. She said, I know what the word says. I know what the Bible says. She said, I never.
Oh, it's better than some people.
But she said, I never saw it walk out in love like you do.
Yeah.
And so, you know, just being able to reel in people where they are.
They become a judgment. You
Right.
know, judgment. And instead of, you know, just getting to know that person on a human basis.
Yeah.
You know, this is another human being. I'm just trying to, I think that's at the crux of a lot of issues. Racism, all kinds of other isms that we have in this nation, in this world right now. And I think if people, you know, I always say that I think that world wars could be eradicated if people would just talk to each other.
Yeah.
Don't talk to the trans woman. Don't talk to the gay man. Talk to that person. Don't judge them.
And I think that's exactly what should have happened in Alabama.
Oh, Lord, not Alabama.
When nobody was talking in Alabama. Lisa, what happened? What happened in Alabama?
Y'all, we can't end this show without talking about Alabama.
When nobody was talking. We just a whole look, executive producer, bring the chair. Bring the chair in. What happened, Lisa?
Let's talk about it, y'all. How did you feel about that? I think, you know, as black people, we felt pride. We felt, you know, we might have felt like, you know.
We came to, tell us what happened. Tell us what happened.
Well, you know, we all know.
If they don't know.
Yeah, we all know what happened. There was a brawl in Alabama where there was a security officer or some sort of worker at a port that was trying to get people to move their boat.
That's
I
it.
think he was the
It is.
captain. I think he was the
Captain Sergeant.
Oh, was it?
whoever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, he
right.
was an employee.
Yes.
And he, you know, had some Caucasian people that come up and were trying to, you know, argue with him about it. And he was trying to tell them, but we all know, you know, after that there was a big brawl, and it sort of fell on racial sides with blacks and white people, and you know,
we saw some Olympic swimmers.
Yes, we had a swimmer, we had the chair, we had the hat throw. So let's talk about
Oh God. So much. What you did, man? You would have jumped off the Titanic and swam and helped? Or you one of the people saying, stop? Which one? Be real. Or you would have grabbed the chair?
Well, I don't like to see anyone being like they did
They
not
try to
have
jump
to
him.
Jump him.
No.
Like that was a conversation. This was a man of authority.
Absolutely.
Yes. And you didn't want to listen.
And you did not want to listen. And he's like, look, you got to move the boat because this boat is trying to come through.
He's trying to do his
Y'all
job.
have to move it. And instead of saying, okay, we'll move our boat, we understand,
No.
it escalated into something that just did not need to happen. And I'm just like, why would you put your hands on him?
Right.
Why would all of you guys talk? Women too.
Baby.
It was
Women, children, men, and look, it is toddlers, everybody.
jumped out of.
Now look, I think this was a good moment for Black History. No. But no, we came together at his protection. I mean, the man was jumped.
Right. And it was an older
And that was
man.
too much.
And it was just like
That
he
looked like
was-
my uncle and them.
Correct.
So I would have jumped. I probably wouldn't have jumped in the water because baby, I've been saving me. But I would have helped my uncle them, and that's what we did.
Well, I'm not
That's
gonna
what we
lie,
did.
y'all. When I first seen it, I was like, yes. You know, especially when I saw the swimmer. That did
Oh,
it for
come
me. I
on.
was
Yes,
like, go
like
baby,
he's
go.
like
He the key to the city.
You know, like it's not about to go
He
down
does.
like this. Like
Right.
let me get
Right.
him to
Right.
help
Yes.
him. Get those men up off of him.
And I
Like
think
he could
that
have
so
been
often-
really more.
So often we see, you know, things
Things
happen,
happen,
you
yep.
know, and very well that could have turned out differently for him
yes.
had those people not been there and
To
intervened.
see,
You know,
yeah.
we've seen it happen as a
Yes,
community.
yeah,
And you know, either he could have, you know, met his demise with that, or it would have been his fault. You know, even with cameras and you
And
know that
that's
kind
it
of
with
thing. We've seen that
technology.
happen, yeah, so many times, and it was just refreshing. I'm just going there.
And it was right after Carly. Okay, y'all forgot about Carly. And it was like, what is going on in Alabama? Because Scarlett about 2 weeks, so we needed something.
Right.
Thank you. No, but no.
It was entertaining.
But
gotta
we
say
needed
that. It was
something.
entertaining.
So what about the man with the chair? Unc with the chair.
Look, you had to use your resources. Give me this chair. Give me this. He was being resourceful. He was being resourceful. He was quick on his feet. There's a lot of things that he can offer. He was quick on his feet,
He
being
used
resourceful.
what he had.
He used what? That was
Yeah,
preach.
his hand.
That was preach right there. What was in his hand?
He used what was it that? But that last bomb, I was like, oh,
Now that last box.
Was that the woman?
Yes.
I was there.
Yeah, that woman was knocked out. That woman now. That woman
I
is.
said, nah.
Now he deserved his day in court. He do.
Because I think they were looking for him just because of that. Because she was kicking, but.
But no.
He's like, sit down.
But no, that woman kept getting up and she
You
kept
didn't need to
getting
sit down. You need to sit down.
Right.
You didn't sit down.
But that last bump, I was like, nah, okay, bro.
So y'all got your earring? The chair earring?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I'm with the purse. I saw that little bedazzled chair purse. Now, when you see me at the tailgate, don't say nothing. I'm with the chair.
I had one in my home office.
Yes.
Like, ma'am, is that concealed carry?
Right. So much has been happening. This is going to be an amazing season to come.
Yes, it is.
The set, from the lights, the cameras, there's so much that is going to happen this season on the live daytime. So I don't know about you ladies, but I'm ready. I'm ready. So remember to follow us, subscribe. We have so many great things ahead. If you don't know, now you know. We are building and better and better and better. That's all we can do is go up from here. So I'm Tanesha Craig-Stewart.
I'm Lisa Cook.
And I'm EBR Grant.
See you soon.
See you next time.
Are you an author?
Musician, chef, or public figure?
Do you have a business or a brand?
Advertise with us.
The Live Daytime Talk Show is a rapidly growing web program reaching new audiences every day.
This is the perfect space and opportunity to grow with us.
Connect with audiences and expand your reach on our show.
What are you waiting for?
Reach viewers now.
Send your media kit to thelifedaytime@gmail.com.
Let's expand together.
To advertise on the Life Daytime Talk Show, send your media kit or request information at thelifedaytime@gmail.com. We can't wait to work with you.